Greetings, undetermined spectators of the World Wide Web. I am Tall Lanky Guy, and welcome to Blind Date. This is supposedly a horror game, which I've never seen a combination of horror with a blind date. I've seen blind dating with pugs, with wrestlers, but never monsters. So this is going to turn out to be quite something. You are going on a blind date after months of loneliness. Maybe more than 6. Don't mess this up. Okay. Oh, music is very quiet. Hello. Oh man, so many choices. Hey. Alright. Sorry I'm late. I had to take the bus here because my car's been broken down. Alright. Happens to the best of us. No big deal. Happens to the best of us. Suppose it does. This is going alright. So tell me more about yourself. What do you do for work? I work as a massage. Yeah, I like that idea. Massage therapist. That sounds like a great job. Oh, sensual. You must be a hit with the ladies. Haha. Yeah. I wish. I'm so glad that none of the options were actually, yes, I'm fantastic with the ladies, quite frankly. Oh, shush, I bet you are. The woman looks at you for a short, awkward moment. Are you nervous? You look nervous. No, that's just my face. It's just my face. It's been a while. Completely understand. It's been a while for me too. Frankly, my friends had to convince me to come here. It's been a very lonely year. So what's your name? Oh man. Mike, Chris, or Josh? I know a lot of guys named Chris, and they're all fantastic people. If you're watching this and your name is Chris, you're a winner in my book. Well, Chris, you have a wonderful name. Oh, thank you. So tell me, are you from around here? Moved here when I was young. Technically, I did move here a few months ago from Calgary. I mean, I've lived here before, but I've lived here my whole life. I love it. The air, the trees, and the people. It gets awful lonely out here, though. Who was your last lover? What? I love these answers. Excuse me? Who was the last woman you slept with? Actually, no one. I don't really feel comfortable answering that. It's been a very long time. If it's really that important for you to know, I'll remain silent. The woman lets out a long, almost apologetic sigh. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. You must forgive me. I haven't been on a proper date in a few years. Fair enough. It's alright. I've been out of commission myself for quite some time. Thank you. Offers a weak smile. Cool. I do appreciate you taking me out. This is a really nice restaurant. Tell me, Chris, do you cook? I make pizza pops. An itchy pan. So, on occasion. Well, that's nice. I cook very rarely myself, but I can admire that. Me too. So, how's Emma doing? Ooh. Do you seriously not remember your own mother's name? Okay. How do you even know my mother's name? Woman pauses for a long while. You hadn't mentioned her before? No, I did not. I did not. Did I mention my mother? Also the fact that, her name is not actually Emma in real life, but in the game I didn't mention her name. The woman's eyes grow shifty as if she's thinking intently. I'm so sorry. The girl at work told me about her. Apparently your mother used to work for the company. Oh my, you must think I'm some kind of creep or something. There's a nagging idea of that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of the... I suppose that makes sense. No big deal. Guess. Oh, thank God, I really am out of it today. Please forgive me. I feel like this is... Why are you here? I'm Existentially or situationally? Situationally. That's not quite what I meant. Why are you here? Why did you feel alone enough to come on this date? Oh. Well, that I wouldn't say it's beyond rude. I mean, I'm not afraid to answer the question. But why are you acting like this? You lived alone for what? 3 years, 6 months? She knows how long it's been. I'm gonna remain silent in the face of awkwardness. Pathetic. I'm pathetic? Do you really think going on a random blind date was going to fix everything? I've seen the way you sleep, the way you drink, the way you pick your nose when nobody's looking. Excuse me, ma'am. You'll remain silent. I don't need to take this, but I don't need to announce that I don't need to take this. I can see you shaking all the way from the front door. Nervous as all hell I can see. Do you really think anybody would agree to go on a blind date with you? Saying I'm not actually on a blind date, ma'am. I just don't want to be alone anymore. It hurts so much. I'm always going to be alone. Nobody could ever oh wow, she's getting brutal here. I don't deserve this. I don't need to take this. Oh, but you do. You've earned this. You're ugly, nerdy, and you lost all sense of human intimacy years ago. Wow. You hate yourself and everyone around you. I do not hate everyone around me, for the record. There are some people that I still love very much. So take that. Whoever her name is, I still don't even know her name. How about that? You reserve the right to feel lonely. I'm gonna remain silent on that one. Been dead inside for years and you don't have to... Wow. To end it already, I've seen you staring at a piece of rope. Holy... Wow! I needed help. Considering she knows everything that I've been doing, if this is all true, I definitely need help. You need to realize the truth. You need to realize that you are nothing, completely and utterly insignificant in the grand scheme of your life. That is not true. If any of you guys that are watching this ever feel like that may be true for you, that is not true. You are wrong. A whiny little squirt whose sole purpose is to be unhappy, yet here you are, unaccepting of your own fate. I honestly don't know why I bothered to come at all. Why are you saying these things? This is your first date too. Sorry, Chris, I feel your pain. Do you now? Do you really? He's coming out in anger. Okay, that's fine. The thing is, how you feel is so harrowing. You seem to lose all sense of being human. It hurts to look in your eyes and see only pain on a blind date of all things. I mean, I'm glad she's noticing that I'm in pain and sympathizes with that. Just want to be happy. Just want to be accepted. I just want to be loved. I know that I've been accepted, and to a certain degree I am happy. I just want to be loved. Everybody wants something, Chris. And frankly, what you want isn't something worth giving. This was a mistake, Chris. Chris, you shouldn't have come here. You should have just stayed at home and ordered a pizza like you had originally planned. It doesn't sound like that great of a... That's exactly what I would do. I do the... Or I'd breathe heavily through my nose. I was never going to be the one to fix these problems. But you won't? No, I won't. I'm not going to fix your problems, Chris. I'm just going to make them worse. I'm not the solution. People like me are the problem. People like you are the problem. You get in the way of your own happiness. I've followed you for several years. You are my obsession. And I've never seen anyone so unhappy. Wait. Doing a little bit of deduction here. She's been following me for several years as her obsession. Does that not mean that she, perhaps, has feelings for moi? Mr. Chris right here. Just a thought. So what do? I don't know. That's something you're going to have to figure out on your own. And yes, I mean it, on your own. You simply aren't fit for a relationship. You had to rely on a blind date to be here tonight, some woman who you've never met, yet who knows you very, very well. Yeah, how do you know me so well? How has this happened? That I've just ended up going on a blind date with the one person who's been watching me for the past, who knows how many, like 6 years or something? Have you been following me? Yes, for your entire... Oh, okay. Mess. I really shouldn't have come. You really shouldn't have come. I'd say I'd made things worse, but you were already a mental wreck before I came here. Okay, that's just uncalled for, ma'am. It's just who I am. It's yeah. I know. However, you need to realize that you can never go back to those things. There's nothing you can do. You're quite frankly destined to be alone forever. That's not necessarily true. Yeah, a girl may come into your life every once in a while, but it's just going to be a reminder of what a piece of pathetic swine you are. I don't need to say this. I really don't need to. Does it ever end? Does it ever get better? Does it ever get better? Which does not necessarily mean do I ever find love. Just because things are getting better doesn't mean I need someone. Yeah. No, plain and simple. Well, wow. Oh, we're somewhere else now. You're barren. The desolate life you lead is barren. Does this scare you? Does it terrify you? Because, oh boy, it should. Because you are alone. Completely and utterly alone. Am I just a guy? Like, is this just my hallucination as I'm... Look at your life. It's empty, it's lonely, and it's just generally a mess. It's a barren desert. No life, no love, just dry, lonely land. Am I actually just wandering through a desert and this has just been my... So in the end, when faced with your loneliness, faced with the fact that you're wasting your time, what are you going to do? I don't like the tone of I'm going to leave. I'm going to stay silent on this one. Going to leave. Whoa. Yes, he's not... Oh. Oh, that was all... Oh, that was all a hypothetical conversation. Oh, that's so sad. That just made everything so much sadder. Just the fact that we don't know that the girl would have, you know, disliked him or anything. Those are literally all of his insecurities and anxieties and his self-esteem, just painting him a picture of someone that would see through some sort of facade. Wow. Well, that was a trip. Holy man. Here's the thing about stories like these. Sometimes, in fact most of the time, the whole it was all just a dream or none of it really happened, usually I would call that really lazy writing and really lazy way of ending things. But this ending makes so much sense. There's no way that someone would actually be watching him his entire life and taking note of every single little mistake and flaw that he had. Those are all the things in his head that are telling him that he's not worth meeting another person. Wow. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just like making this way more meaningful than it needs to be, but that's what I do. I'm an English student and I'm a theater student, which means I love overanalyzing things and I love feeling things about what I'm, yeah. So, that was really interesting. That was a nice short story that made me feel things. That's all I ask. Really? So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, if it sort of struck some chord with you, then, you know, and if you like that, go ahead and click that like button. If you want to leave your thoughts on this whole experience down in the comments, go ahead and do that. And if you haven't subscribed, well, this is a bit of a depressing note to start the channel on, but if you want to subscribe, go ahead and do that. And, wow. I'll see you later.